Hi guys, it's Patricia, and today we are covering my non-Scentsy wax empties for the month of March. That includes things like candles, retail, and vendor wax. So I only finished up 2 candles this month. The first one is actually a modified candle. This is a Yankee 2-wick paraffin candle, and I did have a lot of burn issues with this. Drowning wicks, didn't want to pull out multiple cotton balls. So about a third of the way down, what I decided to do was call it quits in terms of burning. I put it on a hot plate warmer with the lid off, let the wax liquefy, removed the wicks, poured it into tart molds, and then warmed it in my wax warmers that way. This cinnamon vanilla has a little bit of a spicy backdrop that's also not cinnamon. I feel like there's an cardamom or maybe even a curry kind of mixture going on with the cinnamon vanilla, so it does read a little bit ethnic spice. Exotic spice? I don't know. Would I repurchase this? No, I just had too many issues with this candle, and the scent was okay. It wasn't outstanding, so moving on. I finished up a 1-wick jar of Jack Frost. I wanted to finish this up because I just didn't want to carry it over to next winter because it was almost done. So this is also hard paraffin wax. It stayed pretty white, not too bad. The strength seemed stronger at the beginning of the candle than towards the end. I didn't have any problems with the burn on this candle. I didn't have any sooting issues, nothing like that. Would I repurchase this? I don't know. I don't know if it's just my nose, but every time I buy any kind of peppermint candle in the store, wherever it is, it always smells strong. And then I feel like it's strong towards the beginning, and then I just can't smell it after a while. So that's my problem with peppermint candles. But I'm trying to cut back on everything. So would I repurchase this? No, I would not. All right, for Yankee tarts, I polished off the last of my 2 tarts. I do have 2 more votives left in, I forget what it's called, but anyway, you'll see those coming up. I finished up 2 tarts of black cherry. These were definitely stronger in the plastic than they were in the warmer. They didn't quite make it in the warmer. And I either put those in a 24-watt hot plate or a tea light. I can't remember, but it just was a little underwhelming. Also, I'll just mention I used up this peppermint oil in my Scentsy diffuser. And you can use non-Scentsy oils in your Scentsy diffusers. This was okay. It was a very strong peppermint. This was gifted to me by a coworker because she found it too strong. So for retail wax, I have 4 items here. I have... Okay, so this is caramel bread pudding. I love this scent. Shannon gifted me some. I think this one is from Shannon. Cindy gifted me some. Teresa went to town, so thank you all so much. I am so happy. So yes, I warmed through this, and it's very pleasant. It's like a very strong, like bakery caramel, sweet, buttery scent. It kind of dies off at the beginning. It's very strong, and then it kind of becomes more tolerable. Depends on what kind of warmers you warm it in. Normally, I would put this in like a hot plate, but I decided to put in my Scentsy warmers just kind of make it a little bit softer, and it did very well there as well. So that was really good. I don't have to repurchase more because I have wonderful friends. All right, from Goose Creek, I finished up Love You Latte. I don't have the scent notes, but this is a coffee-based scent with hardly any coffee. It's got more like vanilla, marshmallow, cakey goodness. But this was very pleasant, and I did add a little tiny bit of Scentsy's coffee tree to this, just to coffee it up just a little bit, and I like that one. I don't think I'd repurchase, but if there was a sale and I saw it on sale, I may throw in one more. The next 2 are from Sensationals. This is Mocha Latte. I'm not really sure why I picked this up because it's so much chocolate and very little coffee. It's very strong. I tried it by itself, and I like chocolate scents, but this was just too much cocoa. It's like dry cocoa. So what I did was I put in some vanilla cookie crunch from Better Homes and Gardens, and 1-to-1 with that, it worked out really well. And it was very strong. Scented up my open layout, no problem. The next one I have going right now, just trying to finish this up, it is Guava Peach. I actually have the notes for this. It's guava, nectarine, peach, mango, lychee fruit, or is it lychee fruit? Pure cane sugar. This reminds me quite a bit on Cold Sniff of the new one that Scentsy has come out with, Plumeria Peach. It's kind of the same intense peach, but I haven't warmed Plumeria Peach yet, so I can't really comment for sure. But this is also doing very well in my open layout. I think I have one more of this that I picked up on like half price or something. Because when you're an addict, you can't say no to a sale. All right, I have some vendor wax. Now what I've been doing with my vendor wax is I have been working really hard going through all my old things. I think there's barely anything new, but I've pretty much concentrated on trying to get through old things. So everything I think is almost from 2018 or 2019 that you're going to see here. Almost everything. I'm not sure of the date on this, so I decided to melt it. It's from Barrett's and it's Snoozy Melts, and this was gifted to me by Cindy, and I have warmed this before. It is like a peppermint, vanilla, lavender combo. It's very strong. It's very good for like relaxation type thing, and it definitely performs very well. So that is Snoozy Melts. From L3, I have 3 items. From 2019, January, I have Pumpkin Praline Pound Cake. This was a few little different shapes. I'm not sure what the bags are called. This was okay. It was a little bit lighter than I was expecting, and it could be the age of the... I can't smell anything there now, but it definitely was lighter than I was expecting to be, but nice, sweet, with a little bit of a nuttiness. Then we have Holiday Road, which is mistletoe, cranberry, marmalade, and orange zest. I remember it was very like marmalade-y. So, and it wasn't, it made a big ugly mess. I don't know if you can see in the bag. So I just wanted to finish this one up, even though it's technically out of season. I don't need to repurchase that one, but I was happy with it. The next one is called Sticky Fingers, which is Elf Sweat, Candy Cane, and Marshmallow. This reminded me quite a bit, if you're familiar with Scentsy's Marshmallow Mint. It was a little bit like that. I found it kind of soft. So I would probably stick with Marshmallow Mint. And again, it might be the age, I don't know. From Rosegirls, I have 4 mini melter bags that I finished off. I was working very hard. And these were all from a D-stash in November of 2018. And so they were even older than that. So I thought to myself, I just better get through them. The first one is Strawberry, Soda, and Lemonade. This was a little bit fizzy. It was a little bit strawberry and the lemonade. If you know me, I'm not huge into strawberry scents, so I don't need to repurchase that. And this was just a bulk D-stash that someone in Canada was unloading, so I kind of picked up the whole batch way back when. The next one is Macintosh Coconut Marshmallow. This was very strong, did very well in my open layout. It was very room filling. No problems with performance on that. I put that in the 24-watt hot plate warmers. The next one is called Apple Eclipse. On this one I have notes. It says green apples dipped in coconut milk and coated in a bourbon vanilla glaze. It didn't really smell like that to me. It smelled a lot like Scentsy's green apple from the Jelly Belly collection. It was very artificial green apple with like the vanilla sweetness of like a jelly bean type thing. Okay, I tried this in my open layout. It really didn't do as well as when I put it in my Scentsy bulb warmers upstairs in my kids' room. So this one did very well in Scentsy bulb warmers and not as well in the hot plate warmers. So just something to know. Obviously in the hotter warmers, it definitely wears off faster, but it actually had a better scent in the Scentsy warmers because I think it smelled very waxy, and I think the coconut milk or something was doing weird things to it. Anyway, last but not least from Rosegirls, I have Birthday Cake. I really like this. I would definitely purchase more. So these were just mini melters, which is like a little cube. Yeah, this is nice. And I usually use this in my bedroom in a 15-watt Glade hot plate. But I did put it in one of my Scentsy warmers, the Lavender Love mini warmer. It's doing fine in there as well. So, all right. So the next few, or actually no, before we do that, I'll talk about this one. It's from Teddy Bees. This is from Teresa. It's basically called Milk of the Poppy in the 1-ounce scent shot. It's Palo Santo and rich creamy vanilla. This is nice and earthy and masculine, a little bit woodsy, a little bit soft. I have this going in my youngest child's room right now. It's doing very well. Probably about a medium on that, maybe slightly below that, but pleasant. From Supertarts, I might as well stay on the Teresa kick. Teresa gifted this to me. This was from 2018, October. This was so nice. So, Lucky Lemons. Lemon curd mixed with our Lucky Charms magically delicious. So this was really nice. Lemon bakery that I wanted to keep smelling. I wanted to keep smelling. So if I could get a hold of this, I probably would. But I'm trying to be good and getting rid of stuff that's older. That's my goal. So I'm going to be good. But that was very nice. So thank you so much to Teresa. Okay, so the next ones are from VCS. I finished up 3, and the only thing I have from 2018 left is a VCS loaf. And that's probably got about 7.5 ounces left. I'm just working away on it. But these are from the very first order I ever picked up. The first one is the Great Pumpkin. The notes on this, they are pumpkin layer cake and cream cheese frosting. I remember liking this. Yeah, I can't really smell anything in the bag now. The next one's Forget About It. The notes are cream cheese and raspberry cannoli with lemon glaze. This was a lot stronger on cold sniff than it was in the warmer, so it was a little bit of a letdown. It still smells good, but it was just a little bit of a letdown. So I would probably forget about it just because it didn't perform the greatest. So the Mob and the Blob from 2018 June. It's sugar cookies, whipped cream, birthday cake, vanilla wafers, cannoli, pomegranate, sweet blackberry, and marshmallow. This was pleasant. I was happy with it. It was about a medium to maybe just shy of medium. I don't think I would repurchase, but I wasn't upset with it. And the next few are finishing up from my neck of the woods up in Canada. We have from Make Sense, we have Glass Slipper. And this doesn't really feel like a proper polypropylene bag. So I actually had this inside a bag like this that I had of my own. So this is described as spiced pumpkin cupcake with rich buttercream frosting. This was all right. I remember I got this like half price. So it wasn't bad, but I don't need to repurchase it. It was just a generic pumpkin type of scent. I really like her coffee scents. This is Pumpkin Spice Latte, which is a rebagged from my part. It's your favorite fall treat, rich espresso and pumpkin spice. This was not as strong as I remember, so it might have lost a little bit of intensity. This is from January of 2019. One thing I noticed about coffee scents, I find this with coffee and laundry. When you get those, they're pretty strong right from the get-go. And I feel like those, the only way they have to go is downhill. So sometimes it might not be a bad idea to melt coffee and melt laundry soon after you receive it. Anyway, I finished up Snickers coffee. I also got this half price. A long time ago, February 2019, coffee blended with rich caramel, peanuts, and chocolate. This was really nice. It smelled better than the Snickers bars. I love Snickers bars. And this is a soft to medium because there's not that much coffee or espresso in it, but it was really nice. And there's not an overabundance of chocolate. Everything mixes together very, very nicely. So I think I would repurchase this. I think she's not open right now because she has website difficulties. Last from her, I have strawberry rhubarb pie, which is, you can see some of her labels are fading. This is basically sweet berries, tangy rhubarb, and flaky crust. I don't really get the pie. I don't really get the crust. It definitely does smell like a strawberry rhubarb pie. The strawberry is a little artificial, but I find when you have a strawberry rhubarb pie, it kind of smells a tiny bit of candy-like strawberry anyway because of all that sugar that you add to counteract the rhubarb. And I actually kind of like this, so I wouldn't repurchase it because me and strawberry are just kind of, we're getting to know one another. But I definitely like this, this one. Anyway, last but not least, from another Canadian company that recently closed up shop for good, Talulah and Poe. She's one of my favorites. This was Things We Love, which is strawberry, peppermint sticks, and vanilla. And this did very well for me. In general, her wax does about a medium in most places for me. Sometimes stronger than that, sometimes weaker, but medium is general for her. So I'm sad to see her go, but I did purchase a few things from her to show her some support. And she also had everything marked down, I think half off. So that was a nice bonus. So there you go. Thanks for spending the last few minutes with me. I hope you guys have a great day in your neck of the woods. If you're new, consider subscribing. Most of my content on my channel is Scentsy related, but I do like to do one video a month about the non-Scentsy wax items that I use. And it really helps. One thing I want you to think about if you are a Scentsy consultant is sometimes someone will say to you, I really like, Guava Peach from Sensationals. Do you have anything that's close to that? And if you're not familiar with some of those other scents from other companies, you have no way of knowing. you can kind of guess. But sometimes it's good, even if you don't melt or use it, to at least smell it in the store so you can kind of get familiar if somebody were to ask you that. So anyway, just a side note. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great day in your neck of the woods. For real this time. Take care, and I will see you in the next video.